So this is a shot I haven't done before. First of all, a silhouette. Secondly, I'm lighting up the outside of my window. It's about 9 o'clock in the evening. We're in September, so it's quite dark outside. Anyway, today I did some filming of a fitness challenge competition. I believe it's IFBB Fitness Challenge. That's the kind of name. And it took me a while to find it online, by the way, because the name is Fitness Challenge, which is maybe not the most unique name, I guess. But yeah, let's just say that I was sweating almost as much as the competitors, although maybe that is an overstatement, because I mean, they went hard. Like, so it's basically 6 exercises, which I think it was like 3 difficulty levels. So gold, silver, and bronze. And then there was at least one more competition, which I didn't stick around for because, I mean, I was quite done, and the guy who I came to film, he was also done. He won the 3rd place, by the way, in the bronze category for men, and I think it was kind of the category with the highest number of people. And I think it's like quite a new sport, at least for Estonia, because yeah, he said that this is the most attendees they've had for this competition. And in the silver category, I believe there was only one man, and he won the gold. He won the gold and silver. And yeah, so, but it seems to be growing, like a newish sport for Estonia. So it's like basically like a type of sport. I don't know how that those classifications work. But yeah, it was a fun challenge for me to film as well. The main kind of difficulties were like camera positioning, and so basically the lighting wasn't great because it's it's gym lighting. It's not like anyone's trying to make it cinematic or anything. So yeah, basically one thing I made sure to set the proper white balance, because these kind of I think it was like fluorescent light tubes or something, like just most lighting in general has some sort of a weird tinge. So either it's kind of too yellow, or in this particular case it was too green. So yeah, I set the proper white balance, and then it looked kind of okay, but I had to do like a couple of tries as well, because the first try got me to magenta, and then like basically you have to choose the spots on which you do the balancing on, because it's obviously going to be kind of different. Well, you need to find like a white or gray light or colored spot, but you also have to account for how average it is compared to the rest of the room. Because if it's like in a corner that's like very well lit or differently lit, you have to account for window lighting, which is kind of, depending on the time of the day, is going to be very different from the inside light. Yeah, so there's like a mix of lights as well in some spots. So yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, framing, like finding a good spot to film was difficult at times, because obviously there's people who are like there's judges, or I don't know if it's, yeah, I think they're judges, because they're judging your performance, like during the exercise. They're timing you, all that stuff. So the judge could step in front of the frame right before it starts. So luckily I had, well, I don't know if it was luckily, but I had like 3 cameras that I was shooting with. My older camera, Sony 6400, was on the tripod, and I decided to put it on my long lens, which is 70 to 350 millimeters. And yeah, because the room was quite big, so the smaller lens just wouldn't make sense. Like it would grab a big frame, but obviously you wouldn't get any detail or close-ups of the people. But it was also a bit like too long, I think. At times, like if because there were multiple places to where the exercises were taking place, so some were closer to the camera, some were further apart. So yeah, I had to move the camera quite a bit here and there, and if the judge stepped in front of the lens, or if the competitor changed their position, because for some exercises you could do it like one way or the other way, and then if the next person, so I tried to film everyone as they were coming up until they got to the guy I was filming, and then yeah, so if they change their position, obviously then now I'm filming their back, and also like at a weird angle or whatever, so I would have to quickly change the position of the tripod. Then my second camera, Sony a7C II, was on my gimbal, so I ran around with it. I set it also to 1/100 and frame rate 250. Is it frame rate? I think so. Yeah, FPS. So hopefully that kind of works well enough. And the ISO was a bit high at times, like 1600, I think, was the highest. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not too grainy. And yeah, like basically, I also one thing, obviously, you as a videographer, especially an unplanned videographer, you have to not be afraid to talk to the organizers. So I asked if I could like walk around like behind where the judges or the basically like around the competition area, because there was one area for the audience and then the rest of the area was kind of yeah, blocked off or whatever. So I asked and they were okay with it. But if I had to stay where the audience is, then that would have been not ideal, obviously, because first of all, people are standing in front, so bunched up in some places, and then I would have to either kind of go above them and keep the gimbal very high, which would not give me good shots, or I would have to kind of also be on the other side of the fence or whatever, and then I might be in front of the audience. So yeah, and there just wouldn't be a good thing. I did avoid going through the center of the room, I guess, just to avoid any, I don't know, contact with well, during the competition, just in case. I mean, it probably would have been fine, but since I didn't ask about the center of the room, it's kind of yeah, next time I will ask probably. But yeah, I think I got some decent shots from the kind of around the area, so we'll see. Got like 109 clips with my 7C2, so alpha, so A7C2, yeah. And I don't know what will be going on with the audio, because I realized just now that this 7C2 with which I'm filming right now was set to audio level was set to 1, which is for the wireless mics, the Rode Wireless Pro that I'm using right now, because like the balancing and the amplification or whatever happens in the receiver of the mic. So if I set it to like normal loudness in camera, then it will start peaking a lot. So yeah, so, and since I wasn't using any mics, external mics on the Sony a7C2, then the audio probably is I don't know, close to zero. I don't know, we'll see. But I guess it's not that important anyway, because this, like whatever material will be used, will probably be like over a soundtrack anyway, so whatever. So what did I learn? Well, first of all, I was kind of well, number one, come earlier than you need to be there, because like if the guy who I filmed went on first, then I probably would have been screwed, because I had to adjust the gimbal, I had to set everything up, which all took time. But then I also had to kind of get acquainted with like with all the spots, like the whole room, where I can film, where I can't, what are like good angles, where would a gimbal shot work, where would the tripod shot work. Then of course I had to just get used to the gimbal again, because I haven't filmed with it for quite a while. I did film recently somewhere, I think, but for the like I have no idea where. It's weird. Or did I just do, oh right, I did one test where I was filming at home with the gimbal and a DIY what's it called? I can't remember. Basically the thing on which you move the camera. Nope, blank. Right, so yeah, so basically start as soon as possible. So you'll have time to set everything up, you'll have time to adjust, you'll have time to scout out like good filming positions, and yeah, it will take time to kind of make some mistakes, because well, you'll zoom, or like for example you'll use the wrong lens at first because you haven't done this specific room before, so the distances like you don't remember or don't know how, like what would be a good lens here. It will take you time to adjust the lighting, the white balance, ISO, all that stuff. Also, of course, like I was shooting, like it took me time to adjust the shutter speed. I think that's what it's called, right? 1/100. That's shutter speed. I don't know, maybe. Shutter angle, shutter speed. Yeah, I think so. Because at first I was trying to take some photos as well, but the photos were kind of like an afterthought later, because he wanted mostly videos anyway, and switching between photos and videos would be kind of a lot of work. Actually, I'm realizing right now that, oh no, never mind. So yeah, at first I was like playing around with the shutter speed quite a bit, and then I was like, no, just do video, probably set it to a higher frame rate, so shutter speed only 1/100, and I probably couldn't do anything more than that anyway, because it wasn't like very bright there. But yeah, you have to also check, okay, what kind of a photo did I get, what kind of a shot did I get. Ideally you would have a monitor, but I didn't have one, because you can't see shit from the tiny screens on the camera, especially if you're doing video, because with photos you can zoom in, but with videos it doesn't, at at least these cameras don't have the option of zooming in. So a monitor is definitely good to have, even just to check from time to time, okay, what did I get? Is it too blurry? Is it too shaky? And with the gimbal, I don't know what, because I haven't checked the material yet, because it was uploading for quite a bit, and I took a nap in that time. Slept for 5 hours today, and I don't know if it counted the nap. No, it didn't. And 4 hours yesterday and 4 hours the day before yesterday. So I'm not well rested, but I feel more or less fine. Right, what else? I'm talking way too long, and this shot, like, it's fine for a few seconds probably, but it gets boring if you're just listening. I'm trying to get my kyphosis or whatever fixed. Basically, my upper back is like hunched back, and my lower back is, I don't know, is there such a thing as hunched forward? There's some crazy dust flying around here. Like, I just realized I can turn around and look out the window because the camera only sees my silhouette anyway. Let's see, I'll step aside. You can see the light there. Right, I think I'll wrap it up, because I'm not very high energy right now, and I wouldn't say that there's a lot of thoughts popping up to talk about anyway. Yeah, that's it for today. See you in the next video. Actually, I wanted to show you the dust flying around. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Could it be water particles? Maybe, because it's quite not smoggy, but what's the word? Oh my god, my verbal memory is really low. So yeah, it's like Udu in Estonian, I don't know.